I want a little bit of darker area on this shaded side of the stem, so I'm going to lift a little bit of this dark brown and just drop it in here. Now I'm going to complete the mushroom drawing by just putting some water in the shaded areas. The shadow gives a nice contrast to the lighter parts of the mushroom. It also helps to make them look as if they're sitting on the table. There we are. I think that one's finished now. This paper is a tinted pastel paper which I've chosen to complement the colour of the mushrooms. I've drawn them in, washed them in with water, and all I have to do now is add highlights in with a white pencil to make them look three-dimensional. There. I think that brings them to life, doesn't it? The cartridge paper has a lightly textured surface, which gives a very smooth finish to the painting. The knot surface of this watercolour paper has a much more textured surface and gives a nice grainy finish to the painting. This tinted pastel paper really enhances the colour of the mushrooms, and the texture of the paper gives the finished painting much more depth. I did this sketch of the water lilies the other day, and now I'm going to add some fishes from the sketches I did outside. I'm using blue tinted watercolour paper. I'm starting with this fish because it's leading nicely into the picture. It's got a nice swirly tail. This particular koi is a sort of a goldeny yellow, so I'm drawing it in that colour. It's got a lot of markings down it, so I'm going to put those in a minute. Just get this colour in first. A bit more bright yellow. And some brighter yellow, some cadmium yellow. At his gills. A bit of detail in his fins, and a grey for these markings, which, if you can remember, the body is quite round, so the markings need to follow the roundness contours of the body. Just going to make that a little bit darker around here. With some orange. Tail's actually quite light, so I can probably drop a little bit of darker indigo around there when I finish the fish. Now I'm going to put another fish in. This one is actually white with orange markings, so I'm going to start by lightly drawing it in with this orange pencil. Needs to be in scale with this one, a bit smaller than this one, but obviously it's still a big fish. And he's got this sort of squiggly, reddy orange marking across him. That one in, just there. Back to the bluey grey, a little bit of this dorsal fin in. Now, I'm going to show you this in a little bit of this blue-grey. Now that the main colour's on the fish, I can start on the ripples on the water. I'm going to put in some this darker bluey grey around the fish as well, so the fish actually stands out. Some of the reflections will go over the fishes to make them look as if they're under the water, but not too much. Obviously we don't want to destroy the drawing that we've put in. I'm going to do a similar thing to this fish, just darken it around so that the fish stands out a little bit from its surrounding colours. And then pull some of the ripples over the top. There, I think that's enough now, and then we'll add some water. I want to darken the shadows a little bit under the water lily leaves, and then probably darken the reflections as well. But I want them quite intense, so I'm going to wet those areas and then go straight into them, wet into wet, with my pencils. All that remains for me to do is just finish off the details on the fishes. Just bring out these markings a little bit more now. And now moving on to the other fish. Just get back his dorsal fin there. There's a quick sketch of some fishes in my pond. You don't always have to complete a picture in one sitting. Sometimes it's a good idea to take a break and come back and finish it another day. In this quick sketch, the interest isn't centred around the fish, but on the light water lily on the dark background. Remember, the more you practice, the more confidence you gain and your work will improve. So have fun and happy painting.
Now available on DVD. Try these techniques yourself at home whenever you wish. The extended version of today's workshop is now available to order on DVD from the Painting and Drawing channel. For further information and to order your copy, go to www.paintingdrawingchannel.com.